The, the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pros. I have tried like 15 times to say that correctly, and I can only say it when I'm actually reading it off the box. That's how hard it is for me to remember when they have like 4 other products that have the exact same moniker. We're gonna unbox this guy and take a look at it, but at least the box is very, very pretty right after this. Forum. How you doing? How you be? Top to the AB, and this is the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pros by Anker. Full disclosure though, this is my first product to review by Anker that isn't a power brick or a charging power brick. So I will take that with a grain of salt. So I won't be actually comparing any of its predecessors because I never had them. However, I will be comparing the Hammerheads Android and the Airpods Pros iOS. That way we have some really good comparison. And these are also earbuds as well. So now we have something to compare them against instead of course comparing it against its predecessors. So please be warned. I mean, if you're looking for something, if it's better than its predecessors, then this will not be that type of review. However, I won't knock it for it. I won't, give it extra points for it or anything like that. It's just something that I wanted to let you know of ahead of time. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and go with the unboxing. Before we get started though, this guy has a lot to say about itself on its box. So it basically is saying that it has a pure no technology with drivers coated with 10 hardened nano layers, generate stunning accuracy and clarity. Basically means it should have pretty good sound and in-ear sound quality. Targeted active noise canceling, which should be pretty good because basically you can choose how you want to handle your adaptive noise canceling with this particular product. Pure no technology for sublime sound, HearID personalized sound, clear calls via 6 noise canceling mics. That is 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom, and 2 internal. We're gonna actually test that, of course, to make sure that that actually does what it says it's gonna do and see if the call quality is what they claim it to be. 7 hours of playtime, 26 hours with charging in case. So it has around 7 hours of playtime, which is really, really good for these type of earbuds because that means they can essentially last the entire day. If the call quality is pretty good, then these guys may be a ringer. So basically there's some Grammy award winning people who like it, and that's pretty much it for this. So we're gonna go ahead and open up this guy here and we're gonna take a ooh. So it has some nice features and pictures here to let you know how pro it is. This guy is coming in only at around $130, so you can pick this up and it'd be $100 cheaper than the iPad Pros or iPad Pros, AirPod Pros, or it will be about $70 cheaper than the Hammerheads. So we're gonna have to compare them to see, of course, now you have to take that into consideration, $100 for this guy and $70 for this guy. But overall though, it should be able to stand up relatively easily. So we're just gonna go ahead and open this guy here. Oh, okay. Oh, that's easy. I thought it was gonna be, So it's kind of a muted color. I thought it was gonna be a little bit shinier, but this is actually quite muted. So this is the case here. As you can see there, it has a USB-C. I do like that it's blue there. You see that? How it's blue? That is actually a nice, harkens back to the USB 3 days when it actually came out and they were all blue. Nowadays, they're every color you want them to be, but I do like that. Alrighty, so here we have the earbuds, but I'm not even gonna try because that's a lot of work. So it is touch control, so it has capacitive buttons, which means that if you touch them, it should register as a being on or being touched. So we're gonna go ahead and open this guy out if I can actually reach it. Okay, come on. Come to daddy. There we go. Alrighty, we're gonna move that off to the side here. And so you get a how do we sound here, you get a quick start guide, and you get some some manuals. And look at the earbud choices. Man, okay, $130, but it gives you every earbud under the sun. Take notes, Galaxy AirPods Pro. Look at that. So you get some large earbuds, some mediums, some smalls, and then you get some extras here, as well as your USB to USB-C charging cable right there. So that is very, very nice here. I'm gonna have to play with a lot of these fits just to make sure that I get the adaptive noise canceling right. So very, very good, Anker. So far, I'm liking the presentation. This is very, very good. So we're going to go ahead and try to remove these with the grace of a chicken, man. I don't know, but you wouldn't believe. Okay. Okay, so that was the only part that was like a little difficult about the whole unboxing part of it. But we're gonna go ahead and move this off to the side here and take a look at these earbuds, because these earbuds are supposed to be very, very pretty. So we're gonna do that. That way you can see them, and we're gonna do that. That way you can get a good idea. So it does have a nice little Soundcore logo here, and it has some plastic around the bottom portion of the earbuds. We're just gonna remove that and pluck this off to the side here. Do that, do that, do that, do that. Alrighty, so these are gonna be the earbuds here. I do like the orange on the actual cushions here for your inner ear. That's very, very nice here. So we're gonna go ahead and compare these guys against some of its constituents. So these are how they look, and we're gonna flip these over so you can get an idea of how it looks on the underside there, right there. And let's go ahead and grab the AirPods. Alrighty, so compared to the AirPods Pros, for you iOS people, or if you're using the AirPods Pros for the Android, they are very similar. Oh, I'm sorry. So comparing the AirPods Pros to the Anker Liberty Air 2 Pros, they are very, very similar to the AirPods Pros. They look really, really good compared to one to the other here. Now, these are all white, whereas this is a white with some gray on it, some light gray, but they both look relatively well. These are a little bit smaller here, but they're trying to compete with each other, so they definitely have a similar look to them. This one, though, similar to the case, this gray is more muted. It's not super, super shiny. Like this case here, it's not shiny compared to how this guy is. I can already tell by my zebras how shiny this guy is. This guy, not so much. It's not shiny at all. But it's still, it's a more of a muted look, but it still looks really, really good here. If we're gonna put these away here, and we're gonna grab the Hammerheads. Alrighty. And of course, the Hammerheads, you know, boost some of the best sound quality that you can get, but they are at $200, so that should be taken into account here. They're a little bit smaller than the Hammerheads, but at the same time, they're a lot cheaper than the Hammerheads too. Well, not necessarily a lot cheaper. They're $70 cheaper than the Hammerheads, but they look relatively well. They look like they would fit on your ear very, very well. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in our ear and see exactly how they look. Alrighty, so I already have my foray into the earbuds. The earbuds themselves, they go from extra small all the way to large. So you get a plethora of choices, plus the mediums are already on it. So I would have to figure it out because it came with medium, but medium didn't really feel right on my particular ears here. They felt a little loose. So now I'm currently using the small, which is rare because I've never had anything small in my entire life. All of my clothes have never been small. Nothing about me is small. So to actually have, you know, small earbud tips is a little different, but they feel right. They feel like they have a tighter seal now. So we'll go ahead and roll with it. So this is how it looks on the left, and this is how it looks on the right there. So we're gonna do left, right. And then of course we're gonna do our obligatory whatever this is called. And so they look okay. They feel relatively well here. So we're going to go ahead and take off the left, of course. And we're gonna go ahead and put in the Airpod Pros for comparison. So we're gonna do that. Now, right off the back, I can tell you right now, the Airpod Pros have a slightly better fit. And I can't say for sure. I've tried half of the earbuds in the time that I've taken making this video here. It's not bad, okay? The fit isn't bad. It's just not quite at the level of the Airpod Pros. Just me feeling it from this side to this side, I can already tell you this side has a slightly better fit. This side isn't bad. I don't see it falling out or anything like that, but it may just because of the small tip that I just put in. But it still feels relatively solid, but this feels solider. if that's the word we're going with it. This feels slightly more solid. Not a bad thing, nor is it a knock against the product. It's more so about the ear tips. Just trying to figure out exactly what's right for my ears. The medium just didn't feel quite right, but we may have to go back to it in order to get a little tighter seal. But I'll try, of course, most of these just to make sure that I get the right fit. But so far, this is how it looks on the AirPods Pros, and this is how it looks on the Liberty Air 2 Pros. I'm gonna take that out here and we're going to go ahead and put in some Hammerheads. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So these are the Hammerheads. Now, I can tell you this about the Hammerheads. Compared to the Airpod Pros and compared to the Liberty Air 2 Pros, the Hammerheads go further in your ear. Okay, so if you do like something that goes further in your ear and still looks relatively good outside of the fact that people may know you're a gamer, then these may be a little bit better for you. But they do go in your ear a little bit more, and that probably is to the positive of the actual product, because it does have really, really good sound quality, to your soul kind of sound quality. So there is that. But if we look on one side versus the other, one side versus the other. Alrighty, and that's the way these two look here in comparison to each other, to give you an idea. So far, so good. I like them. They have a pretty nice fit. Once you actually get them in there here, I may actually change it around to the mediums, but that's on me. And I'm gonna go ahead and proceed with a workout here and let you know how they do. All right, initial impressions. They're really good. That's my initial impression. I like them very, very much. The EQ is very, very customizable. After you install an update, they have this this feature where it allows you to try to figure out which fit is best for you. It's almost like they heard the initial complaints I had before I even opened the product. So I opened it up, installed it, and then it installed an update that actually made me test my fit. And then once I did that, I was able to figure out that, okay, the biggest ones are actually the ones that fit me perfectly. It's just that I had to maneuver them a little bit in order to get a better fit. So now the seal is actually really, really good. I had no trouble with me moving on a treadmill. They did not feel like they were gonna fall apart or fall loose or fall on the ground or anything like that. They felt perfectly fine. So no problems there. The EQ is so customizable. They have like 20 different options or even more that you can choose from, and you can set your own EQ based on the way you hear music. So if you want to blow out your own ears, it's down for you. It'll take you all the way. Of course, the company won't say that or anything like that, but you get the idea. If you want to boost the bass boost as high as you want to, it's down for it. You know, if you want to change the treble, if you want to change the highs, the mids, whatever your flavor, that's what it gives you. I like them very, very, very much. On to the game test. Alrighty, picking back up with Genshin Impact here. I caught it. Did not think that was gonna happen. But we're gonna go ahead and test here the actual game lag here. So with the Luke here, we're just gonna go ahead and swing his sword. That's a little slow. So you should hear it right here. Here. There's some latency there. It takes a little bit for the earbud to actually pick it up, it seems. So let's try one more time. Bop. Bop. Okay, let's go fight a mob here, so we can get a pretty good idea as well. If we can get this butterfly, be great. Yeah. All right. 2. Right there. 2, 3, 4. It's not bad. I don't want to give the impression that it's bad. It's not bad. It's just slightly off. It feels. It almost makes you think that the game is lagging, but it's not. It's not like so bad that it's just like gonna ruin your gaming experience. Yeah. So as soon as he hits the ground, you should actually pick up that that sound input, but that's not what's happening. So like for example, let's try again, right? So here, 2. You see that? He hit the ground, but it didn't actually pick up that sound until a few milliseconds later. So it looks like there is a little bit of lag here using these particular earbuds, but it's not game breaking or anything like that. You should still be able to play the game, but it is noticeable. Oh, Nuketown. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. Switching things up to Call of Duty Mobile, and we have what looks to be Nuketown here. So this should be pretty interesting. We get to see exactly how this guy performs and see if it's actually something noticeable on a shooter. So let's go ahead and get started here. Whoa.
Lost the lead.
Hi. Come on. Okay. All right. All right. All right, so with Call of Duty Mobile, so I do definitely the sense that it's still a little bit off here, but with this guy here is so many bullets that you may not actually notice, especially if you go with like a automatic fire rifle. But if you go with something like single burst, it may throw you off. There is a little bit of a latency here using these particular earbuds. It's not bad. It's not playable, obviously, because I can still play the game, but it's something to be aware of, and it is something to take note of.
Alrighty, this is an audio test. I will be testing the Liberty Air 2 Pros. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Peace, pack of pickle peppers. Testing 1 2 3. This is an audio test. There's no sounds around me. Testing the Liberty Air 2 Pros. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Peace, pack of pickle peppers. Testing 1 2 3. Alrighty, this is an audio test. I have an air conditioner running from behind me. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Peanut Papa pack of pickle peppers. Testing 1 2 3. This is an audio test. I have an air conditioner running. I'm literally right next to it. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Peanut Papa pack of pickle peppers. Testing 1 2 3.
Final thoughts. They're really, really cool. That's my final thought. The EQ is amazing. There's like 30 different options to choose from. What's so interesting is originally I thought I was going to go for the bass boost, and then I ended up choosing the R&B, and then I did an update, and the update came out with like an ear tip fit because I was complaining about the fit being a little bit off and I wasn't too crazy about it. The update had a fit correction, and the fit correction actually helped. So once I started to move around the left earbud to the point where I could actually hear it properly, it showed all green and everything was good to go. And then I had it choose for me a profile with HearID, and the profile itself actually matched the R&B one, which is the dynamic preset that I actually chose. They were like neck and neck. So it almost matched perfectly to exactly the way I like to hear music. So HearID as well as the EQ and the customization of the fit are all great. Though the app is perfectly fine. It works good on Android. It works good on iOS. The sound quality is great on Android. It's great on iOS. This thing, these earbuds, is hard to explain. And I know a lot of people have problems with trying to figure out if this is better than that, if this is good, and so on and so forth. These guys have great battery life. I cannot for the life of me find an IPX certification. I have gone to the website. There's no mention of it, so I can't really say if it's water resistant or IPX7 or 5 or whatever certified. It's hard to say. It doesn't show it on the website, so I don't know. So take that with a grain of salt. Use at your own discretion. They seem like they'll be just fine in the gym. So overall here, do I recommend them? Absolutely. Here's what these guys are, okay? And I pay for these, so I'll say how I want to. It's my money. I'll say what I like, and it's my video. Here's what I think of. These guys are like your day one. You know that person that you've been with since the beginning of time, and then down the line you may find somebody that you may like their personality more. You get along, you click with them better. Or, you may find a person that you like their family and you get along with their mother. Or you may run into a person that is just beautiful. They're just attractive and you like them just by looks alone. They are just a very attractive product. These guys are none of that. These guys are your day one. This is the guy that is down with you when you only got $130 to your name. This is the person that is down with you from the get-go. So you know, if you don't have $200, it's not a big deal. If you don't have $230, it's not a big deal. These guys are only 130 bucks and they're down with you when you're broke, when you got money, when you don't have money. That's what these guys are. These guys are your day ones. These guys are who you count on when you can't afford an Airpods Pro, when you can't afford a Hammerheads, when you can't afford a Galaxy Buds Pros. That's who these guys are. And that's what resonates to me for these guys. And because of that, I have to give them an A. These guys are great and their price point is awesome. I put them right up there with the Elite 75Ts, just in earbud form. And what with the better EQ, because the EQ on this guy is very, very good. Oh, also, adaptive noise canceling is freaking amazing. So adaptive noise canceling here on this guy, you have several different options to choose from. And on top of that, I've tried the indoor, tried the outdoor, tried everything, and they're all very, very, very good. It is perhaps the adaptive noise canceling and the transparent mode, one of the best implementations of adaptive noise canceling and transparent mode I've ever tested. It is really, really good. And this is cheaper than, you know, your AirPods Pros and your Galaxy Buds Pros and your Hammerheads. But the adaptive noise canceling is like really, really good on this guy. So if you're looking for adaptive noise canceling, this is the guy, especially transparent mode. Transparent mode is whew. This guy is really, really good for that. On top of that, the actual profiles are actually saved in the earbuds. So when you switch between devices, it still knows the HearID that you set up, because it takes like 5 minutes. And I was worried that I was having to set it up as I changed between devices. Did not have to do that. Did not have to set up an email account. None of that. It just automatically knew because it stored it on the actual earbuds. So props to Liberty. The call quality is actually okay. It's pretty good. It works just fine. I didn't have any issues. The call quality sounded great. And yeah, I think I hit every single part of this guy. This guy is really, really good. I love these earbuds and I love the price point. And that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and like button. If you really like it, go and subscribe. I love you either way. Take care. All the best and bye.